If you like crisp, cool nights and big victories, you're in a very good place right now. You're at Heat Live, presented by Verizon on this 43-degree Sunday night in Miami. How about that? The Heat margin of victory matches the temperature, both at 43. The third largest margin, ties for the third largest margin in Heat history. They take 3 out of 4 against the Bulls this season and administer Chicago the 2 widest margins of defeat in Heat Bulls history. Here's what's ahead for you on our Heat Verizon postgame show. Coach Spo going to be a much happier press conference tonight. John Crotty, Ron Rothstein, Amy Audibert. They're going to get 3 expert angles on what went well tonight for the Heat, and we'll take you inside the winner's locker room. Miami now 27-24 as we head for game number 52. And I'm Eric Reed along with John Crotty. John, Miami had a debt to pay, the postponed game that had to be made up, and then last night's 7-point defeat, which really stung the Heat. You heard the comments from Pelle Larsson after the game. There was a little extra juice with this game.
I'm glad for the quick turnaround to be able to play today, but this was a really impressive, resounding win for Miami from the get-go. First quarter just jumped on the Bulls through the half, and then the third quarter, which we've been really concerned about. You and I have had that discussion. It was 8 straight third quarters that Miami had lost by an average of at least 5 points, and the Bulls had really turned on them last night in the third quarters when the game really spun around, and Miami was able to really stick it to them again in the third quarter, and just dominant victory.
Weirdness tonight, 43 degrees outside, a 43-point win. And 43 assists, John, that set a franchise record tonight for Miami.
It really did. The ball was popping, and the shots were dropping. It's as good as you can hope when you're an offensive player out there. And it was special to see the way they really shared the ball as a group.
Yeah, 43 assists, a franchise record, and only 9 turnovers. Let's take a look at our Xfinity game summary, get you caught up on the details of tonight's game, which was a really upbeat victory for Miami. First of all, Norman Powell, who missed the game for personal reasons, second straight game out for Norman, but named an All-Star for the first time in his 11 NBA seasons. And you know what's great? He goes there wearing a Heat jersey. Congratulations to Norman. Good return for Davion Mitchell. He missed 6 straight games. He comes back with 13 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, 21 rock-solid minutes. And, John, we both enjoyed the Bam and Pelle show.
Yeah, those guys were tremendous. Both the leading scorers for Miami, scoring outside and in at the rim.
Kel'el Ware also had a nice game with 17 points and 6 rebounds, and his 18 well-played minutes with about 3 or 4 dunks. So everybody played well tonight for Miami. Look at the defense. 32% shooting for the Bulls. Those poor Bulls win 6 of 41 from three-point land the night, held to the 32% from the field and under 15% from downtown. And Miami forces 19 turnovers for a 23-8 advantage in points off turnovers. And this primes the pump for the Heat Gala tomorrow night and the Heat's next home game Tuesday against Atlanta. Let's go outside the Heat locker room. Will Manso standing by with the Heat's starting point guard, Davion Mitchell.
All right, here with Davion Mitchell and his return performance tonight and a blowout Heat win. These are rare, Davion, where you can just dominate a team from start to finish. What do you think was the key in getting that done with the aggression that you came out with offensively?
Oh, for me, I think I was just trying to come out and not think about my shoulder, honestly. Just go out there and play basketball, start the pace fast, get in the paint, just kind of just be aggressive. And then after the half, kind of to be the same way. That's kind of things that we've been emphasizing, like we got to keep being the same team even after the first half. So I think that we did a good job tonight.
I know it's hard to sit and watch your team, the ups and downs and trying to get back at it. What has it been like for you and to be able to come back tonight and be part of something like this and hopefully you can build off of?
I mean, it's been tough. I just don't like sitting out in games in general. Obviously, I just want to be out there, find ways to help my teammates. But we kind of got to look at the bigger picture here. I mean, I could have went out there and tried to play and probably made it worse for the later in the season. So I just try to go there, be myself, and I'm glad they let me be myself when I came back.
This team has so much success when you create turnovers, when you facilitate and move the ball around. Tonight it was a combination of the creation, turnovers, not many turnovers on offense, and a lot of assists. What is it about that flow that you guys try to build that you want to be consistent with that you're going to try to get to?
I mean, yeah, that's how we that's how we win games. I've been winning games all year. When we share the ball, I don't think a lot of teams can beat us. When we play like that and the defensive mindset that we have, we score with the best of them. So I don't think no one can beat us. I mean, obviously we beat the best teams. Like, we just dropped a lot of games, just kind of not playing our game and not moving the ball as much. I think tonight we did a really good job with that.
Final question. I can't leave you without talking some defense. And early on, especially, I looked at the scoreboard. I think the score was like 24-6 or something. When you can get a team in a hole like that early, and I know in NBA games there's runs back and forth, but how much of that is, okay, the style, the identity you want to play defensively?
We did an amazing job. I mean, I'm glad that they didn't go on the run. We've been a couple of games like that when we go up real big and they end up going on a run and it's like a ball game. But I'm glad we had the same mindset. We didn't drop our head down when they scored some points or got some easy looks or hit threes. We kind of just kept the same pace and kept the same mindset.
Listen, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You got it. David Mitchell performance tonight. Again, getting this start after missing those 6 games in the Heat. Started off strong, finished strong. That was the key tonight in beating Chicago.
Well, glad you're here with us to enjoy it. The win coming on FanDuel Sports Network and WPLG TV 10. John, a nice way to go into the next 2 nights with a Heat Gala tomorrow and the 2006 championship team coming in for it, and then the game against Atlanta where the 20-year anniversary of that first championship will be celebrated. Nice way to go into these next 2
Really
nights.
special. It'd be really special to have some of those guys back from the 2006 championship. They'll be here in the arena. We're going to have an opportunity to do some interviews, I think, during the course of the game. But it's just exciting. I think building on this game, which is ultra important, is the defense. 32% to hold the Bulls shooting, force the 19 turnovers, and then take advantage on the offensive end. It's something that, we've seen when the Heat are able to do that consistently, play with that kind of pace, with that kind of defense, it really leads to some easier baskets and wins.
John, one of the undertold stories of that 2006 championship team involves somebody we're going to throw it to now in Ron Rothstein. He was the first head coach of the franchise in those first 3 years of expansion. He was an assistant for Pat Riley in 2006. And Ronnie, you know how we feel. You and Alonzo Mourning, for me, felt like the 2 most deserving people to enjoy and embrace that first championship. Never forget the season, Ronnie. We'll never forget that night in Dallas.
Absolutely not. Never forget it. It was surreal, pretty much surreal. Yep.
All right, guys, take it away, man.
Yeah, gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow at the gala. Yeah, Pat Riley calls all the players of the championship teams, the 3 that have been here, forever men. And it's because of what you think about and how long you think about it when you're talking about champions. I mean, you get banners in the building. They could change buildings. You could change cities, but those things never change. So I know you're having a ball seeing a bunch of the guys that you used to yell at every day.
Not me.
In here.
I didn't know.
Oh, that's going to be fun. The guys that you coach the next season, because you were the head coach a few times in 06, 07, it was a time. It was enjoyable.
Well, one thing about a championship, it's one of those things no one can ever take from you.
Right.
It's something that is earned, not given. And it's unbelievable memories.
Some of the best.
And a sense of accomplishment of reaching your goals, and after all you go through, and it's every championship team, not just ours. Right. It's everyone. It's a special time. It really is.
So was this victory, man. What a bounce back from last night. And I know you want to get right to the guy who had his little 6-to-1 turnover ratio on the night where the most most assists in franchise history, 43.
Yeah, it's a staggering stat, as Coach Hubie Brown used to say.
Yeah.
But I thought we're going to see. This clip is going to be symbolic of the whole evening. Defense to offense, sharing the ball, very unselfish, quality shots. But I thought Davion's initial impact, his point of attack defense from the get-go, I thought changed the tenor of everything that happened last night and was the jump start that we needed. But let's take a look at this. Third quarter, we're already up plenty. But just want to take a look. Okay, so there with the ball. There comes the dribble handoff. First thing here right now. Okay, stop. See Pelle take away that dribble handoff. This is aggressiveness. Fighting over the top and taking away that option, making him go to the next option. Because this guy killed us last night. Okay, roll it. Kick to the corner. Simone contests. And now we're going the other way. And we get a little bit unselfish, too unselfish to be quite honest. But just watch. Everybody shares the ball. Bam with a little handoff to Davion. They're going to twist and run the high pick and roll. Okay, now stop now. Now, as we run this roll, they always, when we go empty side over here, which means there's just one guy, they tag the roller with his defender. And that throwback always gets them open. We had quite a few good looks last night and tonight on that play, but Pelle's going to turn it down, roll it. There's the kick. See, he's open. He turns out, shot fake. He's going to drive. Stop. Now, spacing is pretty good. Bam pops to the corner. Okay, we got here. Simone starts to creep into the dunker spot down in here. Roll it. Pelle goes up and kicks it. That's a shot. That's a shot. We're passing him up. Here's another drive. Stop. Pelle comes to the middle to occupy that space. Roll it. Goes right through Vooch's hands. Bam. He's going to turn it down. Stop. Shot clock. Well, they're down to 6. We've got a big lead right now. See, there's no urgency. But go ahead, roll it. One more. Bam's going to make one more pass. Starts to back him down. Here comes the double. Goes out to Davion. Davion takes a look. Knows he's got to get a shot up. The drive with the crossover and the step back. Highly contested, but he buries that one. That made it 71-45 early in the third quarter.
2 of his 13 points in his first game back at trying to get that shoulder together. He played 21 minutes. Not quite. Close to. Ron's Arithmetic brought to you by Papa John's. Your Miami Heat won tonight, so tomorrow get 50% off your entire online order at papajohns.com with the promo code HEATWIN. Oh, look at those touches. Those paint touches make you so happy, don't they?
That's great. I mean, look.
It's almost 90. What is that?
Yeah, well, against Chicago, we were actually averaging, I think, 89 or 90 paint touches in the 4 games we played against them. We just... for 106 points tonight and 72 paint points of turnovers. Just a staggering, great response to a really tough loss last night.
Second break, come back. It'll be Coach Paul in front of us. It's the Baptist Health post-game press conference featuring that man breaking down a nice bounce-back victory, grabbing, by the way, the head-to-head against Chicago, which is something that might be an issue in about 2 months from now. Heat win the season series 3-1. We're coming back.